Guys, welcome back to another episode of Kubi Builds. I don't have a lot of time. I told you guys I'm going to get this out May 1st, so we got to rush, okay? First things first, we got to get some villagers in here and decorate the interior of this place. So I'm kind of kidding, right? Like, we don't have to go that fast, but we are going to try to get a lot of stuff done. Starting with this area here. This we finished in episode 5. Definitely go check it out if you haven't seen it already. I can't believe it's episode 9 already. Yeah, basically, I want to get some villagers in here so that we can trade with them. That's the whole purpose behind these buildings. And this is kind of my thinking, right? I'm thinking of having 3 there. We can maybe have another one here. Okay, here we go. Here we go. See, I got to find little like nooks and crannies we can put these guys. Does that have to be? Yeah, it does. Okay. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be. I can do whatever I want. It's my world. This is my build. And then this is just kind of empty space right here, so I'm gonna put one here as well, and then just add a little backdrop to it. So boom, there we go. We got 4 on each side. Look at that. That's the Armorsmith. In addition to this, though, one thing I was thinking, right? Hang on, let me show you. I have a bunch of these sets of armors here from a previous project that I did. I did like a year of armor. I didn't quite get the year done, but I do have like September through like March or something like that, which is a good amount of armor. Get out of here. So I don't know if we'll put them like on a shelf here, like on a rack here. Maybe we'll have like some shelving here or like above here. Maybe above each of these guys, because I think I have like 8, right? September, October, November, December, January, February, March. I have March. Okay. Well, we could add another set. I do have extra sets up there. But yeah, I've just been meaning, this whole plan for this episode is to do the stuff I've been meaning to do for a long time. And I'm going to try to get as much as I can done, before this episode comes out. So let's keep going. Okay, so I just raised the floor a bit, and honestly, I don't know why I never did this before. I actually really like it. I think it looks good. And then I did a little bit of a textured floor pattern here with some logs and some spruce planks, just to kind of make it a little more intriguing, a little more interesting than just flat spruce. And I got all these guys in here. I just need to decide what kind of block I'm going to put here and here. We could do actually, oh wait, hold on. You're getting a live building. There's going to be a lot of live building this episode, I think. That's kind of the goal. What if we did stairs? Hold on. Oh, but what do we do here? I wonder if they could still get out. That might be the move. Little stairs there, little stair action. Otherwise, we have like some kind of block, and then we could do stairs in front. That could be good as well. And we'd have to do something different here because it's kind of more open. I don't know if we would do like stairs back there or what, but we'd have to do something towards the back here. I think it will work though. I think it works because I can't. it's working on me even. I can't even get out. And then I was also thinking, right? I was thinking what to do in this room for the last one, which is Weaponsmith, and I kind of want to make a little practice range, and I don't know if it will fit in here, so we might actually go on the outside here and build one kind of on the outside. We'll have maybe some target practice. We'll have some armor stands as like little target dummies. We'll kind of build a little scene here, a target practice scene, and then we'll have our villagers on the outside. And then for this floor, I think this will be kind of like a lobby, and we'll have storage here with like stuff you can trade the villagers, maybe emeralds and just kind of some decorative stuff around the sides here, paintings and yada, 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 yada. Some, furniture. This will be like more of just like a lobby. So this is kind of what I'm thinking here, like a little half circle. And then we'll have some armor stands out here that you can kind of practice on. And then we'll have like a little target thing. And then I'll change this floor up a bit. I was also thinking of doing like some fence post stuff, like right here. And right here, and make a little covering, because I kind of did the same thing over here, how I have it sticking out a little bit. I could do a little covering on the other side, but I think we're mostly ready to get some villagers going. So let's stop over at the hospital. But first, Yeah. Boom. Nailed it. So this is pretty much done, I would say, on the outside at least. We got our weaponsmiths here. We got our shooting range. We got a couple of bad guys here. Beat them up, beat them up. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I tried to mix in, you know, some we got some packed mud. We got some coarse dirt. We got some what's this called? Podzol. I had to fly to a taiga for some podzol. I actually didn't have any, which is kind of surprising. It's a little rare that I don't have like a material in my storage room nowadays, but I didn't have any podzol. The next thing I want to do is in here, I want to get my armor sets in here like I was talking about. And I think on the wall here would be good. I don't know, maybe like a little shelf unit here. And then for the top, I haven't really decided what I wanted to do. I don't know what can we really add here. all the particles. I don't know. There must be glitching out on the honey. I don't know. Maybe I'll look into that more. I know that's how Jake did it in the cathedral. Regardless, we'll finish this area up. I think we're just gonna do the armor thing for now. Oh my gosh, these guys are so noisy. We'll build that armor shelf like I was talking about, and then we will get on to the next thing, because I am about ready to move on with this thing. It's never fun moving villagers. They're never very cooperative, but I do like the building aspects of it. This was fun to build, so we'll do a little bit more of that interior building, and then we'll hop over to the next thing. As I was doing this, I kept getting new ideas for more stuff. And I'm like, is this going to be a problem? I'm going to be trying to finish my projects. I'm doing quotations. You can't see, but I'm doing quotations. But I'm going to try to finish these projects, but then I'm going to get a whole bunch of new ideas at the same time. So, you know, I think that's just how Minecraft goes. Oh, I got a couple zombies. Uh-oh. Thankfully, they are under the roof. Holy moly. That's quite lucky. At least they're close enough together. I should be able to get them both here. There we go. At least we get some cheaper deals. It did happen to this guy as well. You know, I mean, I have no problem with converting them. I just, you know, I got a light up around here, so it doesn't happen on accident and one of them burns or something. But anyway, so this is the outside courtyard. Here's a little aerial view. And as well, I did a path over here. Kind of similar vibe here. And that brings us to the actual inside. So let's go inside here. One thing you may notice, I really overused spruce in this build. I know. I'm working on my building. But anyway, here's the armor sets. I actually went through and I trimmed them up a little bit because didn't really have any trim on them, and I wanted to kind of theme it, you know. So like this one is like, I couldn't really think of a good theme on this one, but it's like bluish, greenish kind of thing. And then with this one, obviously Halloween, very much speaks Halloween. This one I tried to go with like bones or something, you know, like Thanksgiving. I don't know. This one is very good. I really like this one. It's like I love that trim there. It's like Santa Claus. And then we got, you know, this one I kept playing, and then this one's like the Marchy kind of one. I did skip February. I got to change this thing too, because this one's actually like February. I have a little custom anvil here too. This is a fake anvil, but I wanted it to be centered, so I made a custom one. Then going upstairs, here's our little lobby area here. I got some paintings hanging up. I kind of decorated the windows a little bit. I got some storage going on in here. We got 2 double chests and some barrels, and then we got some more stuff over here. And then if we go up top, we got our tools. We got our tools hanging out over here. And same kind of thing. So we got like the October, November, December, January, February, March. And it's just like different tools. Like, so this one, Candy Acquirer. They're all the stuff I had named from my year of armor. But yeah, it's kind of nice to have it like out and memorialized. I do have a couple things I need to touch up over here real quick. I forgot about these windows. I'll do that off camera as we move on to the next thing, because we gotta go. It's already May 2nd. I told you guys May 1st on this video. I already passed that one, but I did clarify that I said early May. So I'm still gonna try to get this episode out as quick as I can. So we need to move on. And the second thing we're doing is the gold farm again. And we got this thing finished. Take a look, take a look. Here we get a little aerial view. It's a little noisy. But basically, we got our... It's pretty much the same thing. Honestly, it's like the same as I had it like originally, except it used to have the 4 drop downs, and now it's just got the 1. I added a little something so that they can like funnel in a little better. Look at this, look at this. They come in, boom, boom, boom. They drop in, they drop in. Otherwise, they sit there jumping for a little while. So this one, it's like they kind of all filter in pretty smoothly. And then you just sit here and you swing. And you kill them. So I moved the storage up here. Kind of the same. It was the same system we had down there. We have like an auto crafter here and here. The ingots go over there. The rotten flesh here. Everything else gets just booted off. It's actually kind of funny. So originally I was thinking, what am I going to do about the guys that slip through? Because they're just held up by some cobwebs there before I edit the piston. And I was going to have this whole plan to just push them off. But now I just have the piston. So I don't really need that anymore. But this is still kind of cool. So like, say I got something right here that I don't want, you know, a sword. It will get booped and booped all the way down here. Oh. I guess it's misaligned. It does hit there. I think because these weren't aligned with the honey block, it missed it. So maybe I should put fire right there as well. Anyway, Oh. Oh. What the... What the heck? How long will they do this for? I guess that long. Anyway, let's head back and on to the next thing. And just real quick, I noticed that these guys were stuck. They were oxidized. So I got them back up and running. I changed this up a little bit, made it so they can't move, get out of there. You know, we don't want that. We don't want them roaming around or anything. You know, we want them sorting. So I stopped by to get some wood, just to kind of fill up my ender chest. I don't know. I'm so bad. This is kind of a tangent. I'm so bad with my shulker boxes. I leave them wherever. And this is why I think next episode has to be a storage room, because I set these things down and I forget them. I need a place where they can all go and get sorted and all that good stuff. So we'll get to that next episode. But anyway, one of the things I was missing was wood. So I came by here to get some wood, and I kind of had an idea for a little way to improve this area as well. If we're in the spirit of sprucing things up for the spring. Basically, my idea is to kind of just have a crafter here and have it just craft from bone blocks into bone meal. Because this is our bone meal line here that goes right to the tree. The idea is most of the bone meal we bring here is from like other farms and whatever. We have a little way of putting the saplings here. This might be good to like redo as well, but we really don't get like that many saplings from the tree. I mean, we get a lot, but like not enough. I don't think it's enough to sustain it. We get more bone meal from, like, we got like some moss farms over there. We have 2 moss farms for some reason, but one of them is for bone meal, one of them's for moss, I guess. You know, we have the wither skeleton farm as well. So, you know, most of our bone meal, when it comes here, it's in block form, and it would just kind of be nice to have it auto craft into bone meal, you know, instead of having to sit here and fill all. There was a bunch of chests here before. And I think it could be a lot more compact too. You know, we could just have like shulkers or double chest of bone blocks instead of bone meal. Let's see what we can do. I'm gonna tinker around a little bit, and I think honestly I'm wondering if I can tie it to this line here. This line here is the double piston extender that activates every time a tree is grown. So I'm wondering if like we can craft a block, you know, every time a tree is grown. Is that going to be enough bone meal? 9 bone meal per tree? I feel like that's got to be enough, right? 9 bone meal? We'll do some testing. If not, maybe I'll do it like an observer and make it activate twice. So then we have 18. 18's definitely got to be enough. So, but then we don't want too much either. That's the other thing. We only want to, oh, maybe I shouldn't tie it to that. Maybe I shouldn't tie it to that because I just thought about that. I'm like, we don't want to make too much. Otherwise it's going to spew out the sides and we're going to have too much bone meal. I guess I will, I'll do some testing. Okay, I'm back. It actually wasn't that long. It's pretty simple. There's a comparator here reading the signal from this hopper here, and it just sends it into a torch, inverts it, and then we'll fire a signal here, a pulse here, that crafts a bone block into bone meal. So let me show you how it works. So basically it's just detecting if this is empty. So if we take this out, boom, it just sent a signal here, crafted this, we had 11, now we're down to 10, and we have 9 in here. Pretty quick and easy on that one. And then we could just take all of our bone blocks here and put them in the chest here. I put the chest back in the pattern they were before. I also have a way to, like, if you want to put a shulker down, you can just put a shulker down. And yeah, well, we have a ton more storage for bone meal now. Like crazy amounts of storage. I mean, eventually, like if I really wanted to, I could have like a shulker unloader or something, but I don't know if we need to go that crazy with it. We use this farm a decent amount. It's always nice. I always recommend make a tree farm for your world if you don't have one. This one's a really old one. If I were to, you know, do this world again, I would probably make a different design. And honestly, I might even still make a different design so that we can capture like the new trees and stuff, the different variants. Because this one can only do oak, spruce, birch, and I think that's it. Jungle, maybe? Single jungle saplings. So, you know, there's like tons of different trees, not 12 trees, 12 different wood types or something. So if I were to redo it, I would probably do a different design. But this one, you know, it gets our mass crafting needs, basically. Mass wood needs. If I ever need sticks, if I ever need planks, you know. Or if I ever need spruce. I mean, I use spruce a lot. You see my builds. I use a lot of spruce, so it comes in handy. Anyway, on to what might be the last thing. So, like I said, this is probably going to be the last thing we do, but there is a lot of things to do at this location here, the Lonely Buck. Just a little preview, I guess. We need to finish the roof. We need to fix up the stage. We need to fix up the bar. We need to get some villagers in here, and maybe add a cellar. That's about it. So quite a bit of stuff. Basically, the design behind the bar is kind of like a country western kind of thing. The goal was to have like the farmers, shepherds, leather workers. You know, we kind of divvied it up, and now I kind of like forget what's there. I don't know. I'll go through the occupations and kind of divvy it up, and then we might have to make another building for another thing. The main thing was we didn't want to make another barn because we have a barn already, but that barn is like too far away to put the farmers over there. We kind of came to the idea that this would be kind of be the country western thing, and that would include those kind of more agricultural focused jobs. I think that was kind of the justification. So I'll kind of go over the list again. I'll pick out the ones I want. We'll probably do like 2 to 3 different types of villagers here, and I don't know if I'll do as many villagers. I was kind of thinking, now that I'm kind of reflecting on it, 8 is kind of a lot. I'm like, do I need 8 of each type, especially when they all do the same trades, basically, like these guys. I don't know if I needed 8 of each of these guys because they all have like an iron trade and a diamond trade. You know, sure, they give different things, but like, are we really going to be buying those tools? I'm not really sure. I'll kind of go over it. I'll go over the list real quick. It's been a little while, but I think the first thing we're going to do is actually start on the roof. And now this is something I've tried to work on in the past. I originally had it looking like this. I only changed up one side. I have this side here, right? And this looks very clean, very fine, but it's like something about the texturing here I don't really love. It's like too messy. I don't know, too noisy. I don't know. It needs smoothing out. So we're going to try a couple different things and probably throw it to another time lapse here while I work on this thing. And there we have it. We got the roof done. So here's the thing. I went a different route with it, right? Before it was like kind of a more of a wooden theme. I went with more of a stone theme now. I was trying to do like some tiling and stuff. It's actually really hard to get some details in such a small little area, but I like how it went out. I like how we went with the alternating kind of rows of it. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it. And I kind of just goes to show, you know, like if you guys are ever like unhappy with one of your builds, you know, there's no shame in redoing it. You know, I've done that a couple times throughout this series, you know, whether it be the Smith or now with the roof here, you know, there's no shame in tearing something down and redoing it. That's what I'll be continuing to doing probably, you know, maybe in another 5 years, I'll see these builds and I'm like, oh, I want to change this, you know. It's a balance. It's a balance. I do like seeing how far I've come, but I've also like preserving the past. But there's arguments to it. But anyway, we are going to be continuing in here by finishing up some of the interior stuff. So one thing I've always wanted to do is fix up this bar. It looks pretty empty, you know, not much going on in here. And then fix up the stage a little bit. Not a whole lot going on there as well. And then I do have ideas for a cellar, but we might have to save that for another time because we are running a bit long and we're already into May here. I said I'd be dropping it early May. I'm stretching the definition of early May here, so I gotta get going. But honestly, I might do something where we do like one of these projects like per episode, you know, because a lot of them I can knock out in like, you know, not that long. You know, this roof didn't take me that long to do. You know, it's like it's all the little things, you know, it's all doing it all together, all in one episode, which makes it take a long time. But if I just do like one of these per episode, like I gotta do that. And there's a lot of stuff I need to do. So that might be a more regular occurrence where we're finishing up old projects and stuff, which is generally how it should go. Some of these I put off way too long. Some of these have been not that long. So we'll do a lot of them. Anyway, so I'm kind of adding some stairs in here just to give us a little more room on the stage, and then we can like kick this out a little bit further here, kick it out one further, and gives us a little bit of room. And then I saw this really cool idea for a drum set, so I'm going to look at that real quick, and I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to attempt to maybe make like a guitar or something here. And then I don't know, should I leave it empty or should I try to get like a villager up here? I don't know. That could be fun too, but I'm going to look up the drum set idea, and then we'll see what else I can come up with. I don't know. It kind of looks like a drum set, right? I kind of like it. These are a little high, I think, but what can you do, really? This other one, I don't know if we'll be able to do it, but there's like a piano idea that I have, but maybe like just a short little keyboard. Or like, what if we did the piano in the back of the room here? Like this. Have like this be our base, and then have like kind of it go back a little bit like this, taper off a little bit. I was thinking some looms for like the strings, huh? Although you can't really see it. You see it from an angle, I guess. Okay, and then thinking like kind of one of those open grand pianos where it's like opens up a little bit. How we feeling about it? I kind of like it. I kind of like it. It's pretty big. It's pretty big. I don't know. Let's trim it down a little bit. Let's just have it be like that much. And honestly, it's like it's the front bit that I don't like. What if we just did like this, and then did like this, and then had like the keys out front, maybe like this. Okay. And then for the keys, I've seen a couple things. I've seen some people do like this for keys, which is all right. We might do that. I kind of have an idea of doing some armor stand stuff. I've been really loving armor stand stuff. This mod, by the way, it's called Armor Poser, and it's really great. It's really great. Okay. So let's try a little armor stand magic here. We'll get a couple of white keys, and then we need to get a couple of black keys too, I'm guessing. I didn't bring anything for black keys. I forgot. Okay, there is. Okay. So like this, right? And then we scale it down. Let's see, how small should we get here? You know, boom, do that a couple of times. I don't know. That might be too many armor stands. I don't want to overpopulate it with a bunch of armor stands, but it could look good. It could look good. I don't know. And then we do like, yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to try it. Cause like, let me see. Let me think how many I would need here. Like maybe like 20 of them. It'd be a lot of armor stands, but it would look good. I'm gonna try it. And then if I don't like it, maybe I'll just go back to something a little easier. Okay, I think we are just about done here. I got quite a lot of it done here. I got the villagers moved in for the most part. I got to trade with a couple of them to lock them in. I added a little band. Let me know what you guys think about the band. I was testing something with the fences. Originally, I had these guys roaming all over, but it's always so chaotic when you do that. It's like they never really go where you want to go. So now I have them in a couple different spots here. So these guys are at the pool table here. We got the shepherd. We have the farmers working the bar. And then we have our leather workers over here, and this guy is glitching the heck out. What the heck? But anyway, we got the leather workers there. And I did trade with the leather workers. I just haven't traded with anyone else yet. And I don't know. That might be it. That might be it. But yeah, this is what I got. I kind of am pretty happy with the band. I have the drummer here. I was taking a little inspiration from Phineas and Ferb. You know, I feel like he looked like the, you know, the librarian, you know, and Phineas and Ferb getting the band back together. And then I got the singer here. And then I tried to do like a little guitar / banjo, whatever, right here. And then we have the piano, which is kind of my favorite bit here. I mean, look at this thing. It took a lot of armor stands, but I think it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. Oh, and then this was just temporary. I was trying to get the shepherds in the right spot, but there we go. There's like the strings of the piano right there. But yeah, this is pretty much it. I also, like I said, I did the roof. Looks very good. The only thing I would want to do next is like maybe a cellar. I talked about a cellar, and then the bridge and like the road in are the next things. But we are way out of time here. It's already, you know, May 8th. I said beginning of May. I'm stretching that, you know, and we've done a lot today. We really have done a lot today. But there's always more. There's always more to do, which I guess is the fun part about Minecraft, right? It's kind of never ending. There's always another project to do, to either start or to finish. So I honestly, I might include a lot of this stuff as we go forward. I'll include like, oh yeah, I gotta, you know, because this kind of opened my eyes to see how many things are left unfinished in this world, or, you know, maybe not unfinished, but areas where, you know, they could use a little tweak, a little bit of an improvement. And I think I kind of want to do that going forward. I'll maybe try to sneak in, you know, one per episode as we go forward. But that is pretty much it for today. I'm so glad you guys enjoyed this episode. It was quite the process to do, but I enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. Give it a like if you enjoyed it. Share it with a friend, whatever. You guys know all the deal. Follow me on TikTok. Check out one of my live streams every now and then. But with that said, I think I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.